here, and I'm so excited about bringing you another YouTube video. This YouTube video is particularly for the mothers, so stay tuned to see what I have to say. This video is about how mothers can prioritize themselves and still achieve their goals while having young children, particularly young children. So let's get into it. I have a few points just to help mothers to feel more accomplished. I know it can not be easy when you have young children and they require your attention. So I'm just going to provide about 4 to 5 pointers in this video as to how you can feel more accomplished and achieve your own personal goals while having young children. Just to give you a bit of background, again, my name is Mavella. I'm a mother of 3. I've got a 9-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a soon-to-be 3-year-old. And they are a handful, as most children are, and they require my attention. As well as that, I am a full-time primary school teacher. And anyone who's a primary school teacher knows how demanding that job is anyway. So imagine having to balance teaching and being a mum. It is very stressful, I will let you know. But I do it very well, I must say. It is very stressful, but obviously there are different strategies that you can use, different organizational techniques that you can use just to help you to stay on top of things and feel successful in the various fields. Okay, so I want to get into this and I wanted to share with you some pointers as how you can feel more accomplished and achieve your personal goals as a mom. I will also be using my usual notebook so that I can deliver my pointers clearly and confidently as possible. So on my list, I've got down be clear and intentional about what you want to achieve. I would say for me personally, oftentimes my goal involves trying to plan some lessons, and usually this is on the weekend because those who are teachers know how demanding it can be and how many tasks you need to achieve, that oftentimes you don't get everything done during the day or the week. So I often have to find time on the weekend to plan. As well as that, I also have exercise high on my list. So for me, those are the goals that I'm clear and intentional about. Today, I want to get some exercise done. Today, I want to plan this particular lesson for the week. So be clear and intentional. If you have to write this goal down so you can see it, if you want to type it in your phone so you can see it, if you want to write it out the night before so you can see it, this is going to help you to stay focused and know what you want to achieve. Because as moms, you know this, there's so many other tasks that you can do. As soon as you wake up, you are bombarded with tasks, you are bombarded with children, and your own personal needs often gets left behind. So this is why it's important to know exactly what you want to achieve, okay? The second point I've got down here is choose a suitable time of day to achieve that goal. And I know for me, the time of day that works best is often early in the morning, the first thing. Obviously come out, brush my teeth, wash my face, etc. Give the children breakfast, and then boom, I'm going to try and get some exercise done. The other time of day links to the third point that I'm going to talk about, which is in order to help you to achieve your personal goals, a good strategy to use is to provide your children with independent activities that engage them and require minimal adult support. Oftentimes in homes, this involves maybe the TV or games or iPad. I know some parents might be anti these things, but if you have them in your home, this will be a suitable time for them to use it, so that would allow you to get on with your task uninterrupted, because they're so engaged, they're so in love with what they're doing that they're just there, whether it's half an hour, 20 minutes, an hour. Obviously, once that time is finished, they can turn it off and do other activities. But that is a perfect tool to use to help you to achieve your own personal goals. While they engage, you use that time to focus on you and to achieve your goals. So linking back to point 2, choosing a suitable time of day. Like I said, for me, sometimes it could be in the morning, but if I'm using the morning to kind of get tasks done, get chores done, then it would kind of be midday or something along those lines. You don't want to pick a time of day where you are just tired and you have no energy. This is why I suggest in the morning. But the afternoons can also work because you've gotten your chores out the way, you're feeling less stressed, the children's needs have been met, and they're sitting down, they can be in front of the games, and you can use that time to maybe plan or get some personal goals done for your business or for work. So I hope that helps and that's clear for you. Okay, so this is a big one. I would say set clear boundaries and expectations of what you require from your children within that time. So what I mean by that, make it clear to your children that you are not supposed to be disturbed in that time. So if they come to you, "Mommy, can I have this? Mommy, can you help me with this?" You can say something along the lines of, "Not right now, Mommy's currently doing exercise," or "Not right now, Mommy's currently doing some work or some business. Ask your brother or come back in 10 minutes." But just be very firm and set that expectation that you are not supposed to be disturbed in that time, because that is your time. You've created like a ring fence around yourself during that time so you can get that goal done. If you don't do that, you'll end up being burnt out and pulled away, and you lose your focus, and you probably won't get that goal done. Imagine trying to do some exercise and your child's coming up to you saying, "Mommy, mommy, mommy, I want juice. Mommy, 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 I want this." And you just say to them, "I'm sorry, Mommy's doing exercise right now. You need to wait." Okay, so just make it clear to your children what is expected of them during that time and what Mommy wants to see or Mommy wants to hear during that time. Mommy wants you to go and do some reading while I'm doing my exercise, and just be firm with them. Just be firm with them during that time. And hopefully they will understand. Okay, and my fifth and final point is, even though you've set up all of these boundaries, you've made it clear, you've chosen a suitable time of day, you provided your children with activities, as I've indicated, there probably will still be times when your child or your children come up to you and need something or have some sort of request. As a mom, obviously you still want to meet those needs. If they're saying to you, "I'm hungry," or they've said to you, "I've hurt myself," you're not going to be a heartless mom at that time. You're not going to kind of ignore them and scream at them, even though you probably want to, because you're like, "I never get anything done for myself." Sometimes you just need to chill, put your task on hold, go and meet that need and come back. But the important thing is that you are coming back. You are trying to stay in that zone. You are trying to complete that task within that allocated time that you've set yourself. Yes, you might have to push the time back a bit, extend the time that you've given yourself. But what I would just insist is that you stay focused, you persevere, you don't give up, you don't let that distraction or that choice to meet that need take you away from meeting that goal. So if they've said, "I want a cup of juice," or whatever, if it's something quite dire, you go and you meet that need, but you come back and you persevere and you keep going and you finish that exercise video, or you finish that lesson plan, or you finish that business task. Because yes, these things can distract us, but when we are in the zone, we need to make sure that we complete that task and we keep our word and we do what we say we're going to do, because that's the only way we're going to meet the personal goals for ourselves. So to summarize, I love all of you with my dear heart, and I'm a mom. I am a mom, and I get it. I get that life can be very stressful. I get that it can feel so demanding to be a mom, and you can feel so stressed out because you're pulled in so many different directions. You have children with so many different needs, and oftentimes you're the one that's trying to meet all those needs. And what about yourself? You often feel like there's no time left, no energy left to look after yourself. But I know deep down that there's some personal goals that you want to achieve. There are definitely goals that you have to achieve for work, whether you like it or not. There's personal goals that you want to achieve for yourself. And the only way you're going to do that, if you're very clear, you're very specific, you've set a suitable time of day to achieve that task, you give your children activities, you provide your children with activities that they can do unaided, unsupported, at a specific allocated time. And then you are very clear that this is your time. this is mommy's time to achieve your goal, her goal, and get your children to understand that. And finally, you persevere, because it's not always going to be easy. But once you've set that time, you've made it clear to your children that this is the time for mommy to achieve her goal, then you need to kind of stick to your own word and commit and keep going until you have achieved that task and that goal. I'm wishing you all the best. If you need any advice, any tips, any coaching in this area, please feel free to get in touch with me. You can find me at www.mavelaowusu.com. It was lovely speaking to you today, and I'm wishing you a blessed and successful day. Take care. Bye.